Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you guys are new here, my name is Rachel and today we're going to be testing out yet another new foundation. There seems to be so many new foundations out lately and I am a big foundation person. It's one of my favorite parts of makeup. I love eyeshadow and I love foundation. I mean, really, I love it all, but really it's one of my favorite things to try out that's new. So this one isn't like brand new. I know like ColourPop just came out with one. I know Benefit just came out with another one. But this one is one that I've been waiting to try for quite some time. I've been promising you guys that I'm going to try. And it is from the drugstore. It is the Revlon Color Stay Full Cover Foundation. Now this came out just before the new CoverGirl foundation. And I kind of was like iffy on the CoverGirl one. But I will say the one thing that right off the bat I know is a little bit of a downside from the Revlon one is that there isn't as much of a shade range. Look nicely. Lately companies have been making foundations with larger ranges. There's been a lot of like 40 ranges and it's huge and it's amazing. And I think Revlon only has like 16 or something on this one. I don't know right off the top of my head, and it is early in the morning because I want to get this tested out so I can do a full day wear test for you guys. But so I don't know exactly what their color range is. I know it's just smaller, but yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and prep my face because I have not done anything. It is, again, early in the morning. It just so you guys know, so you can see how long I've been wearing it. It is 7:15 in the morning right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and prep my face. And I have been breaking out lately. Don't know why, driving me nuts. So to moisturize, I'm going to use the Breakout Control Daily Moisturizer from Mad Skincare. I really like this stuff. It smells great. It kind of has a peppermint gingery scent to it, but it's really supposed to help the breakout control on your face, as it says. So I'm just going to prep with that first. And then I'm going to go in with my Stila One Step Corrector Primer. Again, this is kind of a skin tone correcting and like brightening serum to help protect your skin, also from the foundation, but really help balance out the colors. And then first thing in the morning, my skin needs it. As you can see, it's a little crazy right now. So as I let that primer soak in, sorry, here's a mess. I will fix it. Don't worry. I'm just going to let you guys know. It does say, the website does say that it is a matte full coverage that doesn't look cakey or feel heavy. Will last up to 24 hours. It will smooth even complexion with built-in primer. And yeah, so I'm curious. I've heard good things and bad things about it. So what I'm going to do is typical foundation testing, and I'm going to do half with the kabuki brush, half with my beauty sponge here. And I am using shade 210 because I'm finally starting to get a little color back. Just a little, but you know, we're getting there. So it almost has like a whipped texture right here, so that's interesting. Start out with my sponge. It's very whipped, it's funky, and use that on the right side of my face here. Looks like I have a pretty good color match. So far I will say it's not very cakey. Actually, that is true, especially around my nose. It's where I usually have problems kind of getting the crevices, and it starts to look cakey when I finally can. It's actually not. It looks really pretty smooth on my skin. It's I wouldn't say first application with the amount I put on, it isn't crazy full coverage. You can still see some of my acne on the side here, but you can build it up and it is helpful. So I'm just going to finish doing that, and then I am going to use my kabuki brush on the left side of my face, your version on my right. So it actually is really easy to apply and blend with the brush. And normally I don't like the way it looks as much with the brush as I do with the Beauty Blender, just because you don't get as much coverage. Sometimes you get that streakiness, but it is easier to apply for the brush and quicker. So that's not bad. It is slightly less full coverage than this side, but I also used slightly less product because I did build this side up. So I'm just gonna add a little bit more product to my face and blend that out. So far it is looking really matte on my skin. It does look really nice on my skin. I will say it also, even though it's matte and it's pretty full coverage, it doesn't look like super unnatural on my skin. It doesn't look like I'm just wearing a ton of makeup. It also doesn't feel really heavy, so that is a really nice start. So I'm gonna go ahead, hop off camera, finish up my makeup for the day. I'm gonna just do something really simple because I am headed off to work in a few minutes, and then I will be back for my final initial reviews, and I will be checking in with you guys throughout the day so you can kind of see how it wears. Probably won't make the whole 24 hours, but I'll probably try to get at least 12 in there for you guys. So be back in a minute. Okay, so makeup is all on now, and I can already tell you right now that I'm gonna be blotting throughout the day because it is humid today, and it's not, and I'm already feeling sticky, and it's not the foundation. I mean, it's like all over sticky. It's just humid today, so I can tell I'm already gonna be blotting up some extra oil that will be causing. But it is a matte foundation, so this shouldn't make the oiliness worse. It shouldn't make my skin look super duper dewy with all that oil, or just look like a oil slick or anything like that. So we'll see if it can hold up against it. For all of you people out there who live in humid climates, we'll test it for you. This one's for you. But just to let you guys know, the concealer blended beautifully. Everything went applied very nicely. My skin doesn't look cakey or anything like that. Again, especially around my nose, it is not looking cakey despite the fact that it is matte and full foundation. It doesn't look bad at all. It's pretty full. I wish it was slightly fuller coverage just because you can still see a little bit of the redness. No, I didn't use an actual color corrector for my blemishes, but yeah, I kind of wanted to see just how full coverage this foundation was. So I do wish it was a little bit more so. I do have to say, just first impression wise, the Cover FX Power Play foundation is more full coverage than this one. I have actually to this date never tried the Maybelline 24-hour foundation that everybody's been raving about forever. I know I need to get my hands on that just for me, not even to film, but for me. So I don't really know how to compare it to that as far as drugstores, but I do know that the Cover FX one is more full coverage than this one. But this did go on nicely. I kind of liked the whipped texture, and I'm normally not a whipped texture person, but it's looking really nice on my skin. So yeah, just wanted to kind of give you guys a update after I put the makeup on before I go about my day. It is now about 7:40 in the morning, so I'm gonna go off to work. I'm gonna be doing some schoolwork later on because, yes, if you guys want to know why all of a sudden I am back to not really being very communicative and yeah, on YouTube as much, it is because school has re-entered my life in full force during the summer, and it's their shorter semesters, so they're a lot more dense, so bear with me. I'm trying, but I'm going to be doing some of that today as well. So I'll be doing check-ins just so you can see throughout the day, and I'm hoping to give you guys at least 12 hours of time on my face for this makeup. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned, and I'll be back for an update. Okay guys, so it is just after 1 o'clock now. Obviously I have some of my sunglasses on, just got home from work, and I wanted to come check in with you guys before I get off doing anything else and get sidetracked and, you know, all that stuff that typically happens. And I just wanted to touch base with you guys and let you know that it's looking not too bad on my face right now. It's not looking super dry. Now, I will preface that it is very humid out. I said that earlier. It still is. It's slowly drying up, but I'm a little bit oily up top, but I think that is just normal. It's also, you know, normal for this kind of humidity. Also, I will say it is really warm outside compared to what it has been, so I haven't like adjusted to the warmth yet, sadly. So I am a little sweaty, not gonna lie. Not a lot, just a little, so I think that's adding to it. So overall, it does look really nice. It is wearing down a little bit, so it's not as full coverage now as where it started, but it still doesn't look bad. But you can see kind of my blemish here, and I have one on my chin where it's not doing a super great job covering up. It's hiding the worst of it, but it's not like super coverage or anything like that at this point. And it's worn away a lot of my nose. Now, normally I do get cakiness on my nose. I will say that right now. I can exfoliate, I can moisturize no matter what I do on my nose. I cannot get makeup to stay on it. I don't know what it is, but I can't. And it's looking pretty bad. That's the worst part. My nose is looking really bad, you guys. It is cakey around the edges. Not too bad, but it's just wearing away. Like there's just not a lot left. Like you can see like the dots where it's left, and then it's like right on this side. On this side, it's like open still, and it's like worn off. And so yeah, I think part of that is the fact that it's just different weather than I've been having lately, and my skin itself is adjusting. I'm pretty sure no matter what I would have worn, it would be doing this, but it's just like it's a lot. I'm gonna zoom you guys on in before I jet off and get going with the rest of my day now that I am back home. But yeah, I just wanted to kind of do a quick touch base. So let me zoom you guys on it, and then I will be touching base probably later on this evening. Let's see if there's anything left in a few hours. But you guys are super duper close. You can see, I'm sorry, I'm looking at myself in the monitor to like show you where. So I'm not like, you can see it's like wearing away around my nose quite a bit. You can see there's like a definite line there. And all up top, you can also see the acne here and here coming through. So, and as I'm touching my face, again, it is pretty oily at this point. I am really warm, so I'm like, oh, fanning myself, but you can see where it's starting to wear away. But it's not terrible, especially for a drugstore. I'm not like crazy disappointed, but we still have a few more hours to go. So I'm gonna step off, and I will be back in a few hours to do a final check-in with you guys. Okay guys, so this is going to be my final check-in for the night. It is currently 9:30, so I've been wearing this foundation for roughly 14 hours, give or take. And I have to say, I'm actually not mad at the way that this is looking at this time. I was really pretty iffy halfway through the day, but as it has gone on, despite the fact that I've had some, you know, we've had humidity, I was outside, I sweat a little bit, it's held up relatively nicely. Now, I mean, you can see certain things, but again, 14 hours, not bad. What is left looks really nice. It doesn't look dry on my skin. It doesn't look, but just to be completely honest, there's not a whole lot left. You can really see it, like especially in my nose and around my cheek area. So I don't really know about the whole 24-hour thing. I'm gonna keep trying this foundation on days that are a little bit more typical for where I live, where my skin is under a little bit more normal conditions, rather than just simply going off of this one particular day, especially because this was the first time wearing it. It's just a first impressions wear test, not a full-on like do or die judgment type thing. So yeah, I'm gonna keep trying it out. I don't believe the 24 hours. Is it full coverage? Yes, but I wouldn't say the fullest coverage out there. So I kind of like the whipped texture. It felt very light on my skin, but it didn't last all that long. And yeah, so those are my final thoughts. I like the foundation. I'm gonna keep wearing it, see how it works on different days. But I appreciate you guys watching. Again, thank you so much for your support. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know what you think in the comment section. If you've tried this foundation, of course, let me know what you thought and how it worked for you. I'm always interested to hear how makeup will work for somebody. If it works for one person, if it works for everybody, I'm just curious. So let me know what you think if you've tried it. But this is all I've got for you guys. I've got a few more videos of new products. I'm going to be trying out some new looks, get some tutorials coming up for you guys. So make sure you subscribe, of course, before you go so you don't miss out on any of those. And as always, until I get those videos up for you guys, I hope you have a wonderful day. Bye.